Welcome back to Wind Against Tide. We're going to talk about Adrian's Yamaha motor. Yep, that's me. Sea snakes, marlin fishing, the hookup, and much more. So, welcome back.
Nice, Adrian. That was a way smoother start than Joe's one last week, where he just started off with crickets.
Oh, yeah. He pointed the finger and just froze a bit, but that's all right.
Glad we've improved. First item on your agenda you've just listed there
Yeah.
is the motor upgrades on the 420 Renegade.
Yeah, which is going great.
And was that on last week when we pod dogged? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. We spoke about it briefly, but, I've had time to, use it and reflect on it and what things I don't like about it and what things I love about it.
All right, hit me. I want to know. I want to know all about it.
Well, the motor itself, it's great. It's doing what I want, mid-range torque, getting on the plane quick, and top end's a lot better.
Yep.
I've still got to play around with the prop.
It's quiet too.
Yeah, it's very quiet in idle, which I
Yep.
love, because the old motor was a bit loud,
Mm.
even idling and shaky.
Mine's loud.
Yeah, but
But
yours
it's
is a V8.
intentionally
Yeah.
loud.
You actually can't even turn that sports mode off on yours, can you?
Nah.
Because
No,
you've gone the full-blown V8 spec one.
Well, I just bought what I was told to be honest with you. I didn't. There wasn't much research put into it from my side of things. Apparently, that was the best performing one. So,
Honestly, if I could get a Pro XS, I'd chuck it on mine because they're bloody good motors.
yeah. But Mercury Pro XS this is.
Mm.
They start at 115, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
115.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Yamaha. Now, I've heard that this motor is basically created in like 2010. Is that right?
I guess the design of it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very similar to what is now bolted onto your boat today. So
Yeah.
it hasn't been. It's not at the cutting edge of tech, is it?
Well, I'll put it this way. It's better than the 50 Merc.
Oh,
The performance.
No.
I'm just saying. It's the
Yeah.
same size block, the same weight,
Yeah.
and it kicks ass
yeah, no, that's
for
good.
that size boat.
No, I'm just.
That's just my honest opinion.
Hey, don't get defensive. I'm just trying to get the facts straight here.
Yeah.
Which is true. Yeah.
But
Look, I don't think either company has put that much time into developing the smaller engines.
no, but I get what you're trying to say here is created in 2010 or whatever, but the actual build date of mine was October 2021, so it's not
Oh, I know that.
it's not 15 years old, David.
I don't think you've gone into Yamaha and they've like wiped the dust off a box and oh, wait, here's a sucker. We're
Yeah.
selling this one that we've had in stock for 12 years.
But yeah, one thing I absolutely hate is they put these dinosaur gauges on my boat.
Yeah, from 2010.
You're joking, but you're not.
I'm not joking.
Yeah,
That's about when they're from.
he's actually right.
Yeah.
And you know me, I like to have the latest high tech stuff, and then
Oh, yeah, you're like a magpie
yeah,
attracted to shiny things.
a bowerbird,
Yeah, whatever bird it is that collects shiny things, that's you.
the blue bowerbird,
Okay, you're a bower.
and
Yep.
and I looked at these gauges. I'm like, oh, surely they're going to tell me like fuel flow rate and all that. Nope.
You couldn't live without that info anymore, could you?
No, especially doing the long range trips and stuff that we do on the boats these days. You need to know your economical rate and how much fuel you've used to get there. And
Did you know my old boat never even had a fuel gauge?
no,
So I just used to fill it up. I don't know why. I think because I got it secondhand, but not. It was the guy. He put like 40 hours on it, but it's still secondhand.
Yeah.
I think he'd like taken that gauge off or something. But to be honest, it was like one of those float switch ones which aren't accurate anyway.
Mm.
So yeah, I just used to fill it to the brim every time, and then eventually, after a lot of trips, I worked out like the efficiency of it. But there was a few times where I'd push big days at sea, be coming into port going, I wonder if it's going to run out of fuel today.
Yes.
But I never even got close, to be honest with you. But now I don't know. It's hard to imagine not having all that information at your fingertips.
Well, that's right. Well, I've got one of those fuel sender things, but like you said, they're not accurate. Like you can be burning 70 litres out of a 100 litre tank that still says halfway, then all of a sudden it just starts flashing on number one and you got probably 30 litres left, and you're like, oh, what's happening here? Am I low or not?
We launched Brendan's boat and the needle's on 0 and he assures us it's full.
Yes.
It's quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you put a can behind the gauge or something, it messes it up on his boat or something like that. Very low.
A can, like something messing with the...
He's like, oh, don't put anything behind that gauge. It stuffs it up.
I didn't know about that one.
Very low tech.
But here's the gauges here, and yeah, I'm not happy with it, so I'm cutting it all out. Putting new gauges on that will link onto my Namiya 2000 system, which I've already linked the Yamaha up to, which tells me everything I want.
So new gauges.
Yeah.
What do they physically look like?
Well, they're Simrad. They're a IS 35 gauge, and they are flash.
So you just spent some more money.
Yes.
When unnecessarily spent more money because you weren't happy with your old gauges.
Dave, look at it. It's all over the joint.
Most people would be. Although, given that you just purchased the motor, I think that they are a bit old tech.
Yeah. At least I'm going to have a backlight now because those did not have a backlight.
Surely they do.
Well, I called the dealer and he goes, oh, yeah, I just spoke to the technician at the back there and he said, oh, you got to plug the yellow wire into the blue wire at the back. I'm like, what? You want me to do that every single time I go out?
What?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just be like that from when they fitted it?
Well, I don't know, Dave.
Anyway, you've cracked it and you're taking them out.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it goes in for its 20-hour service, I'll be like, oh, what's this? Like, well, you put these pieces of shit gauges on my boat, so...
You probably sell them those ones back to put on the next sucker's boat.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we haven't really fished this week, have we?
No, we haven't, because I think... When was the last time we went fishing? I think I went Thursday morning, didn't I? Last week.
Yes, and I went Wednesday. So, yeah, we in this cycle from last podcast, neither of us have been on the water. But tomorrow, my friend, we have both taken some time away from our busy schedules.
Yeah.
Because it's becoming quite drastic. Tags need to be deployed. Otherwise, tag at 100 is in desperate trouble.
It's not in desperate trouble, Dave. I just need a couple of 20, 30 fish sessions and I'm back on track.
Yeah. Look, we've had a few messages. People are growing concerned that it's not going to happen.
Oh, no, they are not messaging about that, please.
So, everyone, rest assured I've stepped in. Like, I've been watching from the sidelines, watching Adrian floundering around like one of those people on Bondi Rescue that go into the rip when they're not supposed to and their head is just above water. That's Adrian, right? And I'm a lifeguard.
Yeah.
With tags. And I'm just going to have to come in and just put you on my floaty paddleboard, just give you a little bit of a hand and help you out. So,
well, I don't see how you're going to give me a hand so much. Maybe winding in those doubles and me not losing one. That would help a little bit.
Well, Jonah has asked us because he wants to clarify what the actual rules of tag at 100 are.
Okay, Jonah. The rules are, I've got to be the captain of the boat, or on someone else's boat winding the fish in to get to 100. So if I'm skippering my boat and someone else wants a fish in, my name's still on the tag card, so that's tag at 100.
Right. Now we've been a little bit hamstrung because things have happened and we're only getting half a day tomorrow now. So this is Adrian's wife got angry at him.
No, well, it's Kinder Day tomorrow, Dave. So Kinder Day means 5 hours spare, which my wife wants to have breakfast with me. So that's what we're doing.
Okay. That's all right.
And she got mad at me when I suggested that I was going to fish all day.
Yeah.
So,
which is what I just said.
Yeah.
Glad we're on the same page. But what we're going to do is we've come up with a few little plans to get our catch rate up quickly, given that we locate the fish, which should be able to, and they're feeding.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're going to have to run more rods because multi-way hookups is going to be our best bet to get high capture rates.
I agree with that, Dave. So we've got 4 rod holders on my 420.
That won't do.
So we're going to physically have to hold 1 rod each?
We may have to. I'll have to be the shotgun rigger.
Well, you've got a shotgun pole at home, don't you? You could shove it in the anchor well somewhere.
Just ratchet strap somewhere onto the boat.
Yeah.
Actually, we could put the outriggers on. and have like 4 release clips up the outriggers. And
like a full-on Chinatown thing.
yes, we'll have a 13-way hookup. Couple of them and we're back on track.
I think we're only allowed 8 rods between 2 of us.
Look, we've got 18 tags at our disposal at the moment. So we're still, if anyone has some spare ones and they want to send them in to help the cause, that'd be very good, because hopefully tomorrow we deploy all 18.
I would love to do that, honestly. It would really, crank my numbers up, because I'm on 9 personally at the moment.
Yep. Now, side project for tomorrow.
Yeah, side project.
I'd like to catch a tuna on the duck.
Yep.
The duck that we showed Captain Tom.
Yep, so I'll put hooks on it tonight then.
The duck and a rat.
Yeah.
I'd like to catch a tuna on a rat. And maybe both rats. We've got 2 rat styles.
Yeah.
And maybe the budgie. I think the budgie.
What about the ocean budgie, Dave?
What's
You
that
got
one?
an ocean budgie?
Have we got one of them?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But that's not, I suppose. The nomad flying fish. Now, we ran this once at Portland and it was...
I had it rigged differently.
It wasn't successful, but yeah, kind of the wings kind of just like went in the water and it was like cartwheeling
Yeah.
to its death. But I think we had it tied onto the wrong tow point or something. But I can't see that one not working.
Yeah. They'll just skim across the water like a skip bait.
Quite a cool looking thing, really.
I've been off Burmese when they've been, flying across the boat.
Now, someone was saying there was flying fish off Port Phillip the other day.
What? That far?
And I think the furthest south I've seen them was Cliffy Island at Welshpool.
Wow, there you go.
So,
well, there's been some interesting ocean currents coming down, because there was quite a rare capture off San Remo last week.
there was. I saw someone got a flathead.
Flathead, is that what you
Big
got?
tiger dog.
So the boys from Fishing Online,
Big T.
yeah, Big T decided to cast a Maria popper at mutton birds going for tuna and got a yellow belly. Is it yellow belly? Sea snake?
You're just saying that because its belly is yellow?
No, I think that's the actual species name.
Looks cool.
Yeah. So that's is that what you're going with? Looks cool.
I just lowered myself a bit more
Yeah.
because I was out of frame nearly.
Yeah, so
looks
there you go, yellow-bellied sea snake, Dave.
Teach me about it.
Well, they have a distinction of being the most widely ranging snake in the world, as well as the most aquatic. And that's about
Is it poisonous? How poisonous are they?
I don't know. I can't say anything about poisonous.
Most pelagic of the sea snakes. Okay. Distribution. All right.
Yeah, I can't say anything about poisonous.
Probably
but
should have pre-read that before we pulled it up.
I'll just quickly Google it.
Well,
because-
apparently sea snakes are they are way more poisonous than anything on land.
Oh, here we go. Danger to humans, Dave.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh. Okay. So symptoms of envenomation, aka getting bit, include muscle pain and stiffness, drooping eyelids, drowsiness, and vomiting. That sounds like COVID.
A serious bite can lead to paralysis and death. Wow. That's
Anyone suspected of being bitten by a sea snake should seek medical intervention. You reckon?
yeah.
Maybe go to the doctor.
There you go, Dave. A severe bite can actually cause death.
Yeah,
That's,
I don't know if it's a wives' tale or not, but I think it's hard for them to pierce human skin with their little fangs.
I heard sea snakes are really venomous.
They are super venomous. Like
What about
more,
those taipan ones?
I don't know.
Those ones are like instantly kill you, don't they?
I think they're all really bad. I've heard they can only really like break your skin in like areas like between your fingers and stuff like that. I don't know if that's just something that I've heard at some stage. It's not fact,
So do you
but
reckon the
I'm
boys
going with it.
like touched it, or they just kept it on their Mario Popper like that?
I don't know. We'll have to ask them. I wouldn't be rushing to be.
But what are the chances of like casting a popper into mutton birds going for tuna and just like foul hooking a sea snake
It's insane.
that live, in tropical waters?
Well, yeah. I wonder what. Well, if it was obviously chasing the bait around that the tuna were chasing, I guess.
Yeah, crazy.
So, because they are pelagic ocean wanderers by the sound of
Yeah,
it.
one of the most pelagic that it said in the description there.
Yeah. So that's it for our plan for tomorrow.
Yep.
Now, a little bit of a discussion we had last week was about sponsorships.
What's going on with sponsorships?
I just wanted to add a little bit of an update on that because it was I thought it was quite funny timing that we got an email, a message through the week on our UFish Instagram with from Nomad, who were kind of offering like a kind of a sponsorship thing, I guess. What most people call sponsorship, and I thought, geez, that'd be funny if the week after we talked about how we weren't really into that sort of stuff, if I came in with like a Nomad hat on.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't Nomad Australia, it was Nomad from the States, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What I kind of read from that.
I thought it was an Australian company.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, because he was talking about something about these ones in the States are killing them. We should send you some of these.
Yeah, we'll have to work that out. But
Yeah.
I know they send them over to the States.
Okay.
I thought they were developed on the Great Barrier Reef up here.
Oh, there you go.
But anyway, we do like their products.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Chuck Norris is a favourite of mine. And yours?
Great on the tuna. But it's just funny because I just replied to him, oh yeah, look, we're happy just to buy our lures. And he's like, oh, that's like really refreshing.
I know, I read that. I was like, wow, people obviously don't get told that they don't want your sponsorship.
They must cop so many messages a week from people trying to get products from them, promising them the world.
Yeah.
That someone saying no, just happy to pay for them.
Yeah.
Is very refreshing. And then he said, yeah, just that's great. If you just want to buy them direct from us, feel free. So
there you go.
You give a little, you get a little.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a little update after we discussed that last week. Oh, and actually, I might add to that. Big thanks to Steve's Custom Welding who helped me out this week with some welding on the boat.
There you go. Yep. And for my new template on my digital gauge thing, he's given me a bit of aluminium too.
Yep.
So thanks, Steve. You're a legend.
Yeah. No,
For those who don't know Steve, he actually makes his own boats too down in Carrum. So I've actually pondered, maybe I'll get him to make my next tinny.
Oh, he does really nice work.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do joke about that, but giving him a plug. But actually, me and Adrian have had Steve do a lot of work for us, and it's just quality stuff.
Yeah.
And
he made that rod rack just there in the frame there, which is a bloody good rod rack, combing rack.
Yeah, quality. It's good to help out small business. We like to help out those who deserve the help.
Yeah. Well, if they look after us, we'll look after them. So
that's right.
We'll never demand anything. So
yes. One other thing that came up last week that was probably a big discussion on the show, Adrian.
Yeah.
Was
the discussion?
You flouting the law like a hooligan.
Oh, yes. The good old water rat's got me.
You're lucky you're not in jail. Well, lucky that you're here to podcast because you should be locked up as far as I'm concerned. You're an absolute liability.
Yeah. So I got the fine in the mail last night. I haven't showed Dave the price.
They didn't muck around, did they?
No. It came like less than a week.
I went straight back to the office and wrote that out and got it out to you.
So on the fine it says fail to wear PFD while in open area on wreck vessel that is underway.
Got him.
Yeah.
So how much?
Off real Churchill Island. That's where they find me. That's a true statement because that's where I said they find me.
All right, good. That all checks out.
Okay, so.
Okay, so you want me to have a guess?
Yeah, have a guess. What do you reckon it's,
I'm thinking...
is it going to be a life-changing thing where it breaks the bank?
Jonah, fisheries officer from Tassie, has told us that down there I think it was like 120.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking Victoria where we have to pay more for everything and we get taxed and yeah. Victoria is expensive.
Let's put this in perspective
I'm
here.
thinking it's more.
Let's put this in perspective here. Like it's more of a revenue-raising cause because I'm the only one on the boat. I can only harm myself. I understand if I had someone else on the boat and
No.
didn't tell them not to wear a life jacket.
What about your family? They don't want you to fall in.
What do you mean? I'm an able-bodied person. Like I can swim, Dave.
Yeah, but you could have got knocked out.
So then who's going to pull the string on my life jacket?
They're water activated. Although
My yoke style isn't.
aren't they?
There's a little string pulley thing.
Maybe the sea snake would have
Oh, there you go.
paddled up and pulled you.
So
Pulled your little
it's
pull
fair to
string.
say that's a revenue raising fine because someone would have had to pull my string.
No, we treat them like seatbelts, Adrian. You got to wear them.
So you want me to get strapped in my boat with a seatbelt and flip the boat and drown with the boat?
No, I'm repeating what the officer said to you.
Yeah.
Those life jackets are like seatbelts or something. So yeah, you got your comeuppance.
I got my fine.
Okay, so yeah, I reckon Victoria expensive. I'm thinking 300 plus.
Yeah, yeah. So you reckon it's going to break the bank and I have to get a small mortgage here?
No, I would, but you probably got that in your small change part of your wallet.
Probably do. Here we go. $363.
Oh dear God,
Yeah, it's going to break the bank.
I'd be bankrupt.
You reckon?
Yep.
Well, lesson learnt, Dave. You'd be bankrupt if it was you.
Well, that's why I wear my life jacket. That and the safety aspect.
There you go. Good
Yeah.
safety chat.
You know what else is breaking the bank?
What?
Well, it's a grind my gears.
Yeah.
I reckon. Well, yeah, it's a grinds my gears.
To Peter Griffin for You Know What Really Grinds My Gears.
Thanks, Tom. You know what really grinds my gears?
Now I've had the boat sitting in the drive,
Yes.
and with this the war and stuff that's kicking off, fuel prices are skyrocketing. I don't even know if that's because of a direct correlation with the war or because it's seen as an excuse to put the fuel prices up. I don't know. But I was shocked that the one in my house was sitting steady at like $1.77.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, I should probably pull the boat out and go fill it up because the last time we went out, we used like 150 litres. Like, that's actually going to make a significant difference. And I'm like, nah, it's sitting steady. It should be all right. I'm going to have the boat out in a few days anyway because I've got to go get some stuff welded on it. And on my way back from picking it up and pull in, and sure enough, the fuel has gone up to $2 something.
No, you're kidding me. $2.
Yeah.
So next time you fill up, it's going to be more expensive than my seatbelt fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, shit.
It cost me $350 to fill up.
Yeah, but that was before it was $2.
No,
Oh, that was
this is what I'm
$2.
saying. When I got to the fuel station, I'm like, when did that go up? He goes, it went up 3 hours ago.
Thank
Yeah.
God for the economy of the 420 Renegade.
I know. I'm like, you are joking me, mate. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll still fill up because it'll probably go up more. And also, it's just such a pain in the ass to get the boat in and out just to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what grinds my gears for the week. I feel like I've already done a fuel one,
You
but
did, but it's
it was-
continuing on.
that was probably when it was at like $1.50 and I felt like it was expensive. But now it's bloody $2. I wonder how high it's actually going to end up.
Well, I'm sure next week you'll have another Grinds My Gear with fuel-related Grind My Gear.
Yeah, no, well, something else will make me angry, I'm sure. Now,
Yeah.
the
I believe you got sent a Marlin video from a good mate
yes,
that
was
you wanted
actually,
me to review and look at.
Yes, I've found this absolute gem on Facebook from Richard Albella.
Yep.
He's up at Bermuda running his charters, and he's had a few divers on board who are spearing marlin at the moment.
Yeah.
And this video was just hilarious. And you haven't seen it.
No,
I
I
sent
haven't
it to
seen
you,
it.
and
You
I
just
want-
sent me a link form.
I want to get your live reaction of this video.
Okay, here we go.
Let's play.
All right, I'm pressing play here.
All right.
Is there any sound?
So
Or do I have to put sound on?
you probably have to put sound on.
Oh, there we go. There's no sound.
So this guy's got his marlin.
Yeah. What's happening here?
It's still alive.
Is he getting pulled?
Wait, look at this. Wait, it's full on about to try and jump with him
So
attached to it.
What's going on
Watch
here?
it,
Oh
watch
my
it
god,
go.
the marlin's swimming off with him. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Is that animal cruelty?
Well, he's already speared it.
Oh, true. Oh my god, it's still swimming.
It full on just keeps taking him out to sea.
So that's probably a 100-kilo model there. Oh my goodness.
He's literally in the air on its bill.
He's put a saddle on that.
It's the most amazing video I've ever seen. I
Wow.
have to show Adrian this.
That is, oh my goodness.
So when you say that, do you think about the amount of sharks that's possibly attracting?
Yeah, that's true. There's big Marco sharks there and big tiger dogs.
There's actually a lot of big tiger sharks off Bermagui at the moment.
You often see the longliners there, Dave, who get sharks on their hooks, and then there's giant teeth marks out of the back of them. It's like, what the hell ate that big Mako shark?
Yeah, and then they act shocked that the little sharks they've had hooked up have been eaten when they leave them on the longline overnight.
Yeah, that's not good. They need to be moving.
Yeah, it's makes for good Insta posts when you get a little shark that's been bitten up to the back of its head, and most people just assume that's one bite, but potentially it's been getting etten all night by various other sharks.
Oh, is that what you reckon?
Well,
Wow, you've done a bit of myth busting there.
yeah, I think jury's out on that one.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, So what do you think of that video, Adrian? Was it worth the wait?
Oh my goodness, I've actually thought about this happening to people, and actually to see it physically in video form of it actually happening to someone, it's like, wow, that is freaking, like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
crazy.
a marlin could actually lift a human body out of the water.
Yeah, he was like out of the water.
Because I've been in the water with him a few times and tried to swim him back to life. I haven't been one, that's been green like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that is epic.
Kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Apparently, swordfish, when divers get in the water with them, they full on line them up, and there's been people killed by swords because they intentionally try and attack people that are in the water with them. They're really aggressive, and their swords are a lot sharper than a marlin's.
Oh, yeah.
They got like that flat actual. Oh, we've got one behind me somewhere. They got that flat like an actual blade.
Yeah.
And whereas marlin are like the rounded, more rough shape.
Yeah, 100%.
So great care.
So, Dave, you brought up a bit of controversy about these sharks. Is that one shark bite or multiple shark bites?
No, that's one.
Okay. I just thought I'd ask because you did a bit of myth busting.
No, well, I just think that someone's just ridden past on a performance bike. I don't know if you could hear that. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I just think there was a series of these photos coming out for a while there, and I was wondering at the time if after it happened the first few times and it garnered such a extreme response online, whether or not there was maybe some left out there overnight in order to get the same thing happen again.
Ah, you think it's for the gram?
Well, I don't know, but no, that was definitely one bite. There's definitely some bloody big sharks out there at the moment. I saw someone else had one tiger shark eat their Marlin live bait, and it was like 300-kilo tiger shark.
That's insane.
Mm.
That's what happens when you slow walking the dog to a marlin. You get all these shark bites. So
Yeah, that's true. Walking live boats.
Yeah.
With the shark thing though, I sent you another thing just before
yeah,
of some pretty cool. We're into tracking, and I saw a really cool bit of tracking of a big great white.
all right.
I
I'll
have
try
it
to bring
across
it up
this week.
now.
Yeah, I reckon. Check this out because it's quite incredible.
Right, I'm going to click play.
Yep,
It wants to play.
it's playing.
Okay,
So
so
this large great white number 48. Does that mean they've tagged 48 of them?
maybe they've named it number 48.
So it started off.
Wow, it's going to like New Zealand.
Yeah, it started off Brisbane or just south of Brisbane, North Island of New
It's
Zealand.
gone to
It's
Sydney.
gone to Sydney.
to
Done some
Burnie,
laps there. It's gone to Lakes Entrance,
Nalakuta, Lakes Entrance.
and it stayed there for a while, which shows you how much food is down there.
So these ones are sat tagged, aren't they?
Yeah.
They don't rely on ocean currents to
And-
give a position.
Then it's gone back up to like the Whitsundays,
And then north
back
of New
out
Zealand.
north of New Zealand, South Island of New Zealand.
Wow, who would have thought they'd go to such cold waters there?
Yeah, hangs out there for a bit. Jeez, it's moving, and then right back up off Brisbane again.
So these sharks, Is this like how many days was it with the tag on it?
Yeah.
You don't know?
No, I didn't do much research to it. I just saw a cool track and thought it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Aren't they normally like 120 days or something, those things? That's a long way for 120 days though, isn't it?
For it to pop off?
Yeah.
Well, don't the sharks have to, go to the surface with its dorsal fin to set it
To
off?
transmit
Yeah.
the data back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But normally they're programmed after a certain amount of time to come off.
Yeah, that's
And then if you can recover the tag, you get even more information.
that's bloody awesome.
Real globe-trotting great white, that one. Went like across to New Zealand and back multiple times. But yeah, what was interesting there was the amount of time it was off Lakes Entrance, which is a very, very sharky area.
We've actually seen juvenile whites off there on the shelf.
Yeah, we have.
It's obviously some kind of breeding ground going
Little
on. Little
pups. That area around to the prom and like Port Welshpool's always got heaps of sharks. Big ones as
People
well.
always keep white makos there.
Do you think so?
I think.
So yeah, that's a really sharky area down there. So yeah, interesting. There's obviously a lot of food down that part of the world because there was a lot of other areas where it kind of just went straight through on a mission.
Yeah.
So yeah, shark tagging. Now, the hookup. We've made a new intro. Welcome to the hookup.
Wow, that was good, Dave.
You like that?
Yeah.
I thought we
not bad.
needed a little intro for it.
Well, unfortunately, this week I've got nothing for the hookup because I haven't been fishing for at least 7 days. So
No, it's not about
contribution
you.
from me. Yeah, but normally I do contribute to the hookup every
Okay.
week.
All right. Well, I've got a bunch of stuff here.
Oh, let's hear it, Dave.
Kingfish in the rip.
Oh yeah, I
The old
actually did see
The old schoolmate Lachlan Barnes went out and he got some lovely kings on the way back in from a tuna hunt. And he got double hookup first drop. And then I think he carried on his way home. But
Wow, that's incredible. Do you get any tuna?
not sure about that part of it. Apparently it was pretty lumpy offshore. But I just thought it was also funny because he doesn't fish that often, and it's every time he goes, it seems to be like he'll get nice kingfish or like a barrel or something. It's one of those sort of people.
Yeah, right. So he's one of those beginner's luck kind of people.
I don't know about beginner's luck.
No, but that's what you call it. Like you just go once every couple, months, and
good
then
strike rate.
Yeah,
But yeah, so they're pretty solid fish too. So I feel like the rip hasn't exploded to its full potential as it has in previous seasons, but it seems like it's sort of starting to crank up a little bit.
I've seen some guys in the last week or so absolutely slay him, like meteries on jigs and live baits. So
Yeah.
it seems to be heating right up now.
So apparently they're putting in these artificial reefs there.
Oh,
near the
wow.
entrance. Yeah.
Can they do that with all that current?
Well, no, I think I'm not sure exactly where they're going, but I think the idea is to draw boats away from the shipping channel.
Ah, right. So on the edges of it.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but the pessimist in me thinks maybe it could be a concern that they're looking at maybe banning boats through there because there's been incidents with wreck boats versus ships.
Well, people
So-
always anchor, for snapper and gummies in the shipping channel.
Yeah, I know.
Past the rip there.
But so hopefully that's not what's happening. And it's just going to be another fishing option. But yeah, so there's some reefs going in there. Offshore Western Port, I haven't really heard much about kings this season at all, have you? Seems like it's been...
Not offshore because
No.
there's been an influx inside the port.
Yeah.
So, you typically get them while whiting fishing off tired bank and stuff. So we've seen that, multiple fish
Smaller
like
ones.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the smaller ones, and then obviously the big ones hanging off the buoys. So
Yeah. So apparently that's still happening as well.
yeah, we've seen a
and-
few reports.
Yeah. So, Welshpool, our boy Jason, saw he had like a 4-way hookup on his own the other day.
Was it
And-
4 or 3?
I think it was maybe 4. Anyway,
I saw a nice video where he's just like pointing at the water.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
then maybe one on the deck.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
yeah.
I'm giving you 4, Jace. But tag them all, let them all go, which is good. Jason's been tagging kings since like 2011 or something, so it's not some new thing for Jace. He really believes in getting some more science from these Victorian kingfish, and he's been doing it for a long time. So good on him, sticking to his guns.
No, well done, Jace.
Seen some good stacks of whiting,
Yeah, have ya?
good pyramids on bait boards.
I actually haven't been paying attention to whiting for a couple of years now, but I know you're really into Dave, so I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah, there's been some nice pyramids on bait boards, some like triple stacked.
So who's
just
been catching them?
flat. Hey, I'm talking about the shapes.
Oh, yeah.
There's been a couple of the old where you have like a bucket full of them, you just hoik it onto the floor of the boat, and they're all just like on the floor in a pile.
Yeah.
Some of them in like fish bags. So
What about, the ones I love, Dave? There's one of those eskies that you buy from Safeways, the $20 ones,
yeah,
and people cut holes in the lid for
Straight in.
easy whiting access into the chili bin with no ice.
it's all about efficiency.
Yeah.
We're actually looking at releasing some wind against tide whiting molds, which will like hold them in a nice shape on the bait board so they don't slide around. That's in
Talking about like a wine holder but for whiting.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Actually, don't say it too loud. Someone will steal our idea. That's in the R&D process at the moment. So
The quad stacker pyramid.
the Quad Stacker 3000.
Yeah.
So no
That's
more
good.
slips.
That's good.
That's what we're going to market that one as. Tuna everywhere. Everywhere. Again.
Yes, they really are.
I've seen them caught from into South Australia again, right through locally. Tassie, now there's a new fishery in Tassie for them.
Yes, straight off Burnie.
Yes, Bass Strait, off Burnie, very shallow water. So same thing that we've had for several years now. So
Well, more than several years, because if you count the North Shore, that's been going for a while there.
yeah.
Probably for as long as history goes, I guess.
Now do you now do you think that they've just turned up over in Tasmania, or do you think that maybe they're just catching on?
Look, they're very easy to, I guess, oversight because you don't often go to your local ramp and look for ripples.
Yes.
It's something you do after you know they're there.
It's an acquired taste, the old summer tuna.
Yeah.
Takes a little bit of experience sometimes.
Oh, it actually does, because we've taken guys out who still don't know what they're looking for, and they've been out with us dozens of times, and they're like, "Oh, how do you know that's tuna? Look at it. That's tuna."
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Jonah, staying in Tasmania and tuna, they had a light line competition over the weekend out of Eagle Hawk Neck, and
A light line competition.
a lot of the tuna that were caught, small albacore and bluefin, didn't make line cast on 4 kilo. So
Are you kidding me?
it's,
There's guys out there running 4 kilo outfits,
yeah, because it's a line class
Yeah.
competition. Yeah,
and the tuna didn't even make
they
that.
weren't
class.
making line class.
Wow.
So there's a lot of little micro dogs out there.
I think that's a good sign, though, Dave.
Yeah. Oh, there's a
4 kilo fish.
well, it's any day now. The big dogs are going to turn up down there, and Jonah tells me that even in Storm Bay, which is like his local, he tries to compare it with Bass Strait, but but there's a shelf that runs near there. Like
Yeah.
he's got no idea.
The problem is Tasmania has ruined the shelf life for Victoria. They've
Yeah.
just destroyed any shelf that we could ever think of having, because that island got put there.
Yeah, yes, that damn island. It's right in the way. But yeah, apparently there was a big fish lost there.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was trying to convince Jonah to go out and have a crack, but he tells me he's waiting till someone else does it, which is the attitude.
And then I asked him, "Oh, you've been on the Bicheno Marloons?" And he's like, "I don't have the technology to look at sea surface temperature charts." And he's asking us if one of us has it.
But he did say to me yesterday, there's an incredible amount of mackerel down there.
What, slimies or
Stacked up.
yuccas or
Slimies.
not the
So
yucca doodles?
He had actually talked of walking some live baits around there, and I said, not a bad idea. I'd probably, to cover a bit more ground and locate some fish though, I'd probably suggest teasers and skip baits and stuff like that.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
mark some fish on bait.
Well, Marlin are funny because some days they like the fast moving bait.
Yeah.
Because I've been, out there before, 20 boats are walking the dog basically, and then we just go a bit quicker and put some skippies out, and boom, bam, we're on.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
Snapper. I've like written
We
that
joke about this, but there's a bit of lull in fishing happens over winter. We get so excited when the snappers start running,
Yeah.
and we love it. But now
No,
it's
they're
been going
great.
for like 5-6 months, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
And the
Snapper
diehards
again.
are still getting them.
Yeah.
Like Reedy's rigs. Reedy's, he's getting them still.
well, I understand why he does it because he's got this great product in hooks, I guess, that catch him. So
good
he
for
needs
business.
to, he needs to sell them.
No, I think he actually froths on it as well,
Yeah.
which is, that's fair.
He does whiting too, so
Yeah. But
you'll be into that. Maybe you could sell him a whiting stacker pyramid.
yeah, well, we could do a collab.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think some whiting off Mornington region still. Whiting snapper.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, traditionally goes good, the start of autumn, which it is now. Can you believe summer's over, Dave?
very sad. The weather doesn't know about that though. It's been bloody roasting here.
Yeah.
Very humid
Hot,
and roasting.
Humid, sweaty,
29, drenched in sweat. It's not a good look. Now, Marlin, we discussed a little bit at Burmy, but I want to try and delve into the future a little bit. And what do you think is going to happen with all the floods happening? It's now down like around Sydney and stuff as well. So, do you think a lot of brown, dirty water is going to push out and pump down the EAC and shut down that bite for a while?
It possibly could, but there's also mega rain off Burmy over the weekend too,
Yeah.
which could push out to the shelf off Burmy as well.
It's because we
there's a
were
lot
going to
of-
go, isn't it?
Basically,
Yes.
so I'm going to keep a close eye on what's going on. But I looked at some, footage of the entrance there today, and there's breaking waves going through it.
Yeah,
so,
she was cranking. Nobody was going out today.
No,
That bar was
420 would have been fine, I reckon, because you can kind of sneak over those waves, just bob over.
pumping. You wouldn't have been wearing a life jacket either, so that would have been even better.
Yeah.
They're just revenue raising.
Yeah. You love it.
Yeah, you would have died. It was actually.
I know you're being facetious, Dave, but think about my safety, all right?
Yeah, I'm worried about your safety, and I'm worried about your hip pocket too.
My hip pocket.
That's less beers you can shout me.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. See what happens there with all that. There's so much water coming out of these systems the whole way down the coast. You have to think it's not going to be great.
Do you reckon it'll enhance the oxygen in those river systems and get the flathead going? Would Brendan get excited here?
It's hard to say what that's going to do to the floody dogs.
I saw a 90 centimetre fish get picked up that was floating like a zombie flathead out of tyres.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
That needs some good oxygen in it.
A zombie flathead would indicate that it's come back to life. That one looked like it was still pretty dead.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Sorry, wrong terminology there, Dave. Just a dead flathead.
but you know what is going off in those inland waterways is
Rat
prawn dogs.
Oh, prawn dogs.
Prawnies.
At tyres too, isn't it?
Yeah, saw that.
Is it tyres or lakes?
Tires. Probably all those.
So they don't
systems.
need oxygen like those flathead do, obviously.
I don't know if that's flooded down there yet. But yeah. So what's the moon phase actually?
I think we are waning.
Yeah, it would be pretty small the moon. Yeah.
I think so. I haven't looked at the wind charts in a while.
Anyway, no moon is good for prawns, I believe. So maybe all those right conditions lining up, and there's a big prawn run going on, Adrian. Which is great fun. I wish we had it like round here. I'd do a lot of it.
Oh shit! It's new moon today.
Oh, perfect. That's why.
Yeah, look at that. So it's bang on new moon. They went off last night, and we're going to be waxing from tonight.
That's why they're busting up.
So the tuna might go good during the day tomorrow because there's no moon at
Oh.
night. So they might bite all day.
Hopefully.
I reckon they might, Dave.
Hopefully they don't just bite in the morning.
Okay. Way to kill the vibe. He's upset at me because I said we're going to fish, from sun up to sundown.
I took
Use those 18 tags.
a day off, mate. You know what I mean? It's all right though. I get it. Wife, there's no fury like a wife fury. You're powerless to fight against it.
Yeah. But you know what? I got half a day out of it. So
Yep.
there you go.
Well done. That pretty much wraps up the hookup.
Yeah, good segment.
Thank you. I appreciate your feedback. Questions?
Yeah, we got questions. I was just on our Instagram here saying if anyone's written in, and there's quite a few now, so
Oh, good. It was a worry for a minute there.
it always is.
I always forget to put something up until really late in the day, and then it's like, oh God, nobody's going to send anything in. Jonah had a couple on YouTube as well, though.
Oh, yeah?
Do you want me? I'll go in there and we'll read a couple of those out, I reckon.
Yep.
Jonah said our last episode was the best one so far.
Yeah. Well, it was, we had some good topics that I guess anyone can relate to. It wasn't just targeted at certain things, so I think that's what he liked about it. After we spoke about these elephant sharks, and he didn't know about the raptor claws that come out of the bellies and the penis tooth that comes out of its head.
Penis head?
Yeah. He actually went out the next day, or maybe 2 days after, and tried to catch another one to find those raptor claws.
Did he really?
Yeah. But he goes, I saw the grooves where they should be, but it was a female, so maybe it doesn't have it. But not being a scientist, Jonah wouldn't have forced it out of it. That's what I reckon.
I don't know about that. Jonah likes forcing things.
You've seen some videos, have you?
I don't know. Make of that what you will. It's just a random comment I've thrown out.
Oh, shit.
But he sent us in a few questions via YouTube.
Yeah.
I think we've answered this one before. What is your worst / most painful fishing loss you have experienced? How do you go on with life after?
What was the question?
What is your worst, most painful fishing loss you have experienced?
Yeah, he knows this.
Yeah, we've got.
When Dave drove over a pack of seals and snapped my tuna off.
That didn't happen.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we have answered that before. I'm going to say that, the local barrel was sad.
Pacific
Probably
Blue.
the first sword that we lost, because that was would have been quite groundbreaking.
Mm.
And how do you go on with life after? You don't. You just remain sad.
Well, Dave often death spirals quite early in the day, so he pre-amples into that mode where he gets in that where he's already disappointed with himself, looks at his wallet, how much he's spent, and
So you're saying get the sadness out of the way early.
Well, you seem to do that, and it seems to work.
Yeah, and then by the time we're back in, I'm happy.
Yeah, there you go. You're
Good
like,
method.
yes, we got some palmies, some beers. I'm happy again.
Yeah, that's right. Second one from Jonah. What do you think is the best bait rig for swords? Circles, J hooks, singles, doubles, etc.
I like the double J. The death
Now,
rig.
we experimented with a lot of them. Lost quite a few fish, and then I settled on a bit of a combo rig that I came up with,
The death rig.
which was
we call
two
it.
super shark. We call it a death rig. It was probably not ideal for releasing them. Two super sharp single J hooks, mustads.
Mm.
One in the head of the squid, and one of them is just above the whole bait and above the skirt, like a bridle.
Yeah. It's nice.
Takes a lot of effort to rig it, but it is very hardy, and I don't believe we've dropped a swordfish on that rig yet. Having said that, we haven't hooked heaps of swords for a while,
No,
but
maybe they don't like that rig anymore.
maybe not. But other friends who have adopted that rig have done very well also with retention rates on swordfish, which have notoriously soft mouths. But having said that, there's people that use circles that barely drop any fish, and they swear by them. So even though I've got this twin hook rig, in the back of my mind, I feel like the circle is probably the way of the future. But I'm a bit too scared to switch to circles because we haven't hooked one in so long.
Well, they work bloody good on Marlin circles.
Jamie from Jamie and Melina's calling me right now live.
Is he?
But we're podcasting, Jamie.
There you go.
Melina's birthday yesterday, by the way. Happy birthday, Melina.
Happy birthday, Melina, from Jamie and Melina.
And we've already answered the last one from Jonah, which was please give us a run through of the specific tag at 100 conditions. So
Yeah, I think I mentioned that at the start of the episode.
we did. So those were the ones from Jonah. So shall we check out some of the ones on?
Yeah, we can have a look at the ones on Instagram here. So we got the post that we put up about, half an hour ago. Someone's written in, "We want Phil." Oh, that was me. Is Adrian's boat capable of Marlin and swords this year? Absolutely.
Definitely Marlin, if that dirty water doesn't stuff us over. Swordfish, that'll be a tricky one.
Why would it be tricky? I've got the fuel capacity. I've got the range.
Because they're really hard to catch.
Yeah, but I can have a crack in it.
Yeah. Capable, yeah.
I think that's what he's asking. Capable.
Mitchy chap wants to know if Johnny is working tonight at the pizza shop. Johnny's always working, Mitch. Doesn't matter what their actual name is, they're Johnny.
Yeah.
But I think we're actually going to give pizza a miss and get
we're going to get palmies and
nice
beers.
salad.
So
if
Mitch,
my wife's
you
listening
want
to
to meet
this.
us at the pub? Dave's getting a salad
with
some gravy and I'm getting a palmy.
Salad.
Did you say palmy or Palmer?
Parma.
Palmer, yeah.
It's
a New South Wales thing, palmy, I'm pretty sure.
hang on. How's Parmigiana spelled? Is it
Yeah, it's Parma-jama.
Parma? Oh, I've just ruined my own argument.
Yeah? How's it spelled?
So it's Parmi.
So us Victorians have been calling it wrong.
I think we're wrong. But it doesn't roll off the tongue as well. It's just Parma.
Yeah. Give us a Parma with some chips and salad.
I certainly see the argument for people who think it's Parmy though.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to say Parma because it just sounds right. Bit of a sidetrack there.
Yeah, so someone's also, Rob Cutledge, he's given us a scenario. You're stuck out at Cape Trap and you need to eat. You can only choose 2 fishing lures, jigs to catch in. What's your go-to and why? And who's the big spoon, Adrian or Dave?
Logistically, I've got to be the big spoon, don't I?
I could bend you around.
What? That's horrid.
Well.
No, somebody's going to isolate that audio.
Yeah.
Remove
that audio, please.
All right. Stuck out at Cape Trap. Good spot to be stuck.
I'd go the Halco King Brown.
No, well. Oh, well.
And?
You can have your choice.
And a Maria. No, I'll get 2 choices. A Halco King Brown and a Maria Popper Queen dog. Queen Popper dog, whatever it's called.
You're just tuna fishing.
Well, there's a lot of tuna. Actually, no, because he's talking about lures. He's not talking about bait.
He's talking about Cape Whip Trap.
Yeah.
How do you know there's tuna there?
Why not?
Oh, there probably is.
Yeah.
All right. I've thought a little bit more diversely about this.
The pop queen catches kings too, so
I don't care about catching trophy fish if I just need something to catch for dinner.
You're going to get a Halco slice.
So I'm going to use a squid jig.
Yes.
And get some squid. Because there's really good calamari grounds in there.
There is.
Yeah, near Walkerville.
Walkerville South has amazing
actually,
grounds.
Cape Lip Trap was the hottest big squid bite I've ever had.
Was that 7 squid in 7 casts?
Yes, out with Brendan, Jamie from Jamie and Melina.
So if you haven't seen this episode, Brendan makes everyone stop on the boat fishing so he can catch 7 squid in 7 casts.
To be quite frank, though, we were over it. There was so many squid there. We were marking them on the sounder, and there was like 10 just giants coming up every time you put a jig down. It was crazy, some sort of spawning aggregation. But so I'd use a jig, and I'd use a
Halco slice.
No, I had a mental blank then. Sabiki. I'd use a sabiki, and I'd catch
mackerels.
Yeah, you get heaps of pike and like all sorts of stuff.
Cuda.
Like I wouldn't be going hungry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Good answers, Dave.
Yeah, they are. But yeah, I'd reckon you should get the Halco slice, Dave. They catch everything.
Yeah, not a bad one. Moving on. Dave, this is from Bo Alley 123. Dave.
Yeah, we're not going to read this question. Next.
Dave, do you think you are a crucial asset to Adrian's tag at 100? And do you think he was dreaming, thinking he could do it without you? Well, I think I've covered that earlier. He's in desperate need of help. And I'm going to help him.
But I'm sticking by my rules where I've got to be skipper. And or if I'm not skippering, I've got to win the fish in to get to my 100.
That's fine.
Is that fine?
But I'm coming to help. Don't stop stressing.
Okay.
I'll save you.
Well, we're on number 9, so hopefully we move into double digits after tomorrow. So.
Yes. Next question. Hey guys, 3 modifications to both your boats. What would they be? 3 biggest regrets each on your boats. What would you change? From Harry Chop Taylor.
I'd probably put a 12-inch sounder on my dash instead of having 2. A nice big screen. What do you reckon, Dave?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Um,
And you got any regrets on your boat?
oh, look. Yeah, I've already removed a regret.
You weren't happy
A low
with the motor
horsepower
matchup.
motor. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Look, with my boat, when I've got regrets, I kind of just change it the next day. I'm one of those guys who go, I'm doing it. And
You
I
are
get it
very
done.
impatient.
Yeah. So I don't have many regrets now, but also the flooring. I'd love to remove that and put thermolite down with C-Deck.
Yes, that
That
would
is a
be
mod
nice.
I'd love. Because the carpet is annoying. Like tuna blood and juices just stay in the carpet, and you never get the smell out.
Mm.
And hooks and stuff always get stuck in it. Like when you lay a rod down after catching tuna, you try to pick it up, and the bloody hooks are stuck in the carpet, and
Yeah.
it's annoying.
And gets very stinky.
Yeah.
Modifications on my boat. She's quite well kitted out. I
Sounders.
would like some new electronics.
Yeah.
The sounder I love. But still I reckon
588.
yeah, the 587 for Uno.
No, 58.
But still I reckon like a brand new of anything's still gonna be pretty good.
You've got a good 3-hull transducer set up, so you don't really need to change that.
Yeah, well that's good. The mapping system, it's running a very old Lowrance.
That
HDS.
goes with new sounders, I guess.
Yeah.
New
So-
screens.
Yeah, definitely would like to change that over.
You got an up-to-date motor.
Yeah, she's got a pretty new motor on her now, which is like an epic combination. The Pro XS Merc, really good motor. Happy with that. And she's going in just for a bit of maintenance work. Some new clears and canopy and stuff. So that's I guess one upgrade. But that's just wear and tear.
We did talk about a aluminium hardtop for it.
Yeah, we've floated that idea, but we're still tossing up as to whether it would be functional, whether it would affect the stability of the boat, which it shouldn't because it's a pretty broad boat.
Yeah.
The cost benefit of doing it, and the main thing is whether it would look good.
Yeah, true.
You
You just don't know until it's on.
no, so I think at the moment we're sticking with canopy and clears.
Yep.
Um,
I'm actually going to do maybe a rundown of my boat, which will be on this YouTube channel. Probably in the next week. I might do it tomorrow. What do you reckon, Dave?
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe get some drone footage.
Yeah,
That'd be
I'll
epic.
pack my drone.
Good idea. I've just reminded you, haven't I?
Yeah.
Live at subs. What's the furthest south you've caught dollies? Probably as bycatch. Every now and then they pop up off Port Fairy, which is pretty cool. Portland as well, yeah. Furthest south for me is Eden,
Yeah,
up the east coast. I haven't caught one out of our southwest coast.
I've actually never landed them, but I've caught them. I hooked them off Burmese. We left a big bull on the side of the boat hooked because it had all the other dollies swimming around it, and we tried to catch them for 10 minutes, and then by the time we tried to pull it in, it came off the hook.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count. So I'd love to catch one.
I remember I was out Marlin fishing around the rigs at lakes, and guys on the rigs were talking about how there was a big one swimming around the bottom of the rig one time.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
G-Spot Lewis has actually replied to that comment and written Sorrento because he got one. I thought he got one off like Ocean Grove or something.
Is that where this Turidan Mahi statue comes
Oh yeah,
from?
Turidan. Yeah, there's a statue of a dolphin fish at Turidan.
Wasn't
Isn't
it from the Commonwealth Games in the Gold Coast or something? Was
In
it Gold
Melbourne.
Coast?
at Melbourne? Wasn't it Melbourne?
I thought they bought it from a different city's.
I think it was the
Commonwealth
Melbourne
Games.
Commonwealth
Oh,
Games.
okay. Why would Melbourne have a
No.
Mahi Mahi?
Why is it at Turidan?
Because
Must
they
have been-
bought it.
Must have just been like cheap, and they're like, "That'll do. It's a
Yeah,
fish."
That local council bought that statue.
Right.
That's what happened.
So yeah, G Spot got one local, which is very cool. I've seen another one off
yeah,
Barwon Heads
I did
years
too,
ago
yeah.
too.
Actually, 2 years ago, I saw a couple of Bowen. So that's probably what he means.
No, that was his ones,
Oh, were they?
I think. Anyway,
Yeah.
They can seem to turn up. We never used to think that you'd see them off Portland. That was a shock to the system. But kind of
Well, they come from that other current. What's it called? The Llewellyn or something?
Llewellyn, something. But upwelling.
Yeah.
But traditionally, you think of them as a really tropical hot water fish. So to have them in,
Well, traditionally, yeah.
being caught in winter at Portland in like 13-degree water, it's pretty crazy.
When you picture like mahi on the shelf, you picture like some floating island with a coconut tree hanging off it, and just like tens of dozens of like mahi swimming around it, getting protection.
Yeah,
that's what you think about mahi, and then you see in the freezing cold waters of Portland tuna fishing, people are catching them. It's quite a catch.
Yeah, I know. And quite often packs of a bunch of fish. Here's an interesting one another one from Bo. I think am I reading that right? Bo,
yeah. Bowley.
Adrian, if something were to go wrong structurally with the boat, would you go to the effort of placing the old motor back on or ride out the insurance wave with the new banger? This is an argument that me and you have been having this week.
Well, not
Adrian
really
thinks
argument.
it's still insured.
It is. The motor is insured.
Okay.
I haven't breached anything. Like I'm under my transom rating. So the transom's rated to 128 kilos.
Yeah, but what else does it say on there?
It says 50-128.
It says max 50 horsepower.
-128.
Yeah, but I think that's not like one or the other. I think it can't be over 50 horsepower. I could be wrong.
Yeah. And I've insured it with the 70 on it, put all the details of my motor in it. So if a car crashes into the back of my boat while I'm towing, guess what? I'm insured. And I think if they were to default the insurance, I'd have to prove that the 70 horsepower caused the issue.
Well, it depends how slimy they want to be. They are insurance companies. But you would think there would have to be some sort of high-speed incident on the water that would come into play.
Weight's not a factor. We've established that. It only weighs 119 kilos.
Yeah, but it's an insurance company. They might just go, it says max 50 on there, you're voided.
Whatever.
But
just a pesky couple of grand for a new one.
That's the attitude. So we've thought about it, and that's what we've come up with. We think it may be.
Anyway, I've actually made the boat safer. Gets on the plane quicker. It rides better.
Yeah.
Wait till you go on it tomorrow, Dave. You'll agree with me.
No, it is very nice. You've done a good job. I think it was a great addition, Adrian.
Yeah, it really was.
That's pretty much all the questions we've got there. Really good questions, everyone. Thanks for sending them in.
Wasn't there one more? The local angler, they said we've got a question and never leave the question.
Gave us a question.
Yeah.
Tipping it was something about Phil.
Yeah. They've been, trying to promote Phil from Team Board to Fish to come on the show, and no one's really responded to it. But yeah.
Good on him.
Good on.
Anyway, I reckon pretty much covered off. My run sheet is finished. Done.
Oh, very good.
Tick that box.
That was a good episode, Dave.
I've got this lukewarm beer here from the same brand that we already had the other day, Stomping Ground. But you reckon I'll actually like this because it's a lame-way lager?
Okay, you better scull that. No, if Dave doesn't scull this right now, he has to do a shoey through a tuna.
I will do a taste, describe the taste, and then I'll finish it for you.
No, you need to scull and then tip it on your head.
Yeah, but I need to taste it, and then I'll...
He's having a taster.
No, it's crap. It's not crap. The beer is probably good. My taste buds don't like it.
Okay, there you go.
Now do I have to scull it?
Yeah.
All right. Sending off the show with a beer sculling. 3, 2, 1. What's up, you bloody legends? Thanks for listening to Win Against Tide again. That's it for another episode. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'd be doing us a massive favour. Thanks, guys.
You did it. Well done, Dave. Legend.